Hello, welcome in to episode 2 of the Part Podcast or the PartPanda Podcast. We haven't really settled on a name yet. I'm going on a tangent again. Whoopee. Okay, this is my second intro that I've done, but today I am joined by the one and only, the lovely Chat Mommy 69, Fat Panda. How are you today?
I'm doing
She's
great.
already laughing.
I'm already because because if you think about it, like before you hit that record, we were over here BSing with each other and already laughing. So of course I'm already laughing
This is
because
gonna
that's what we
be
do.
it's gonna be a wild ride, Chad. It's gonna be a wild one for you today. Just strap in and be prepared. I called you guys chat. I'll be honest, I stopped streaming recently, but I still refer to people as chat. And it's not just like, have you ever referred to somebody as chat like outside of streaming?
I mean, like, I'm sitting here thinking how you're going to be talking with a lot of streamers, and that's kind of how we all refer to our audience as. I mean, unless you have like a specific like cult name for your community or whatever, is you call them chat, and you're breaking out into the podcast world. What would you call them? Like, hello listeners.
I would probably
Listeners.
listeners, I think. I think listeners would be the way that I
Listeners,
would go.
welcome to the Part Panda Podcast.
Do you like Part Panda Podcast over Part Podcast?
I mean, like, I just feel like having your full identity, like Part Panda is just your brand,
Sure.
and
Sure.
having that whole name, it just makes it more associated with you. Like Part Podcast rolls off the tongue real nice, but like something about like we're coming in with the triple P, man.
The triple P.
Nobody wants
The
nobody wants PP.
PP.
Nobody wants PP. They want the triple P.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Nobody wants Part Panda. They want the triple P. No, I got it. All right. Cool.
We
That's
want the
fine.
Part Panda Podcast.
Got you. Got you. Got you. No, that makes sense. We're kind of running far afield here, because there's going to be some people who don't even know who you are. So, do you want to start with like who you are and what kind of streamer you are and what people can expect if they come to your stream?
Oh man, this makes me feel like I'm saying like the whole when people raid into my channel, you have that set intro.
Yeah.
I'm like, welcome raiders. If you don't know me yet, my name is Fat Panda. I'm a variety streamer. I play games like XYZ, ABC.
She's not going to tell you what game she plays. It's going to be a surprise when you
Pretty
show up
much.
there. Good luck.
I mean, variety means like, but okay, I for a while I was calling myself a variety gaming streamer, but I've been doing collabs with people. Like recently we just did some body jewelry. And so I kind of am like, do I limit myself to just variety gaming, or should I just start saying variety because I do other things. Like I've taken chat with me on like outdoor walks, like a scenic view of something, and just sat there and chatted with them. Or I've what was it? I've put together Legos on stream and stuff like that. Like I've done all sorts of things other than just gaming. So it's kind of hard for me now to just be like I'm a variety gaming streamer. But I
Sure.
don't know. I mean, gaming is my like main thing, but
It's kind of your bread and butter, but you're not afraid to do other things, right?
right.
Sure. Um, I want to go back to the body jewelry part because I was there during the initial conversation about like, upcoming stream and testing out what
Uh-huh.
we're doing. So I want to go back to that in a minute. But
Uh-huh.
just to kind of get some other groundwork out of the way, what was your highlight of last year? Like what is a moment in your streaming career like of 2022 that you were like, man, this was like really fun, it was a really fun game, or it was a really fun thing to do, or we raised X amount of money for such charity, or what was like the big standout thing for 2022 for you?
Um, Hands down, it was releasing the Remember Me merch line. Uh, and just the amount of support that came with that, the excitement of the um, launch day itself, everything that followed after, like all of that has just been, I don't know, like mind blowing to me. Like even today, like even in 2023 now, like I still has been a highlight in probably my whole streaming career. I mean, other than meeting all of the amazing people that I've met along the way, because like I could never, like, I cherish all the friendships and all of the relationships I've built along the way. Um, those will always be important to me. But if I were to pick like a single moment, it was probably like launching this Remember Me collection.
Do you tell us about it? Well, first, where can they find the collection?
You can find the collection at faatpandashop.com. You can find the whole collection there along with kind of my background story and the cause that we are supporting. So um actually I was like, this was something where I was just like, oh man, I need to be prepared to talk about this because I knew something that was going to come up and that we were going to talk about, but
I mean, I knew it was a really big deal last year.
oh
So
yeah.
I had a feeling that was going to be like your highlight, but sometimes like I think something was really impactful, and it usually is, but sometimes people are like, that was really impactful, but this thing topped that. This thing was so much cooler. So I like to ask, and I kind of wanted to see where you were at with that, and if that really was kind of the big piece from last year, or if you had other things going on as well.
hmm Yeah, this was definitely by far the largest thing, the thing that like it took so much time. Like I've invested a lot of time, a lot of energy, and then to see all that hard work turn into something that I feel like I can be proud of, like was just huge for me. So like just to kind of talk about the collection a little bit. Um this collection was kind of born from, like, obviously, mm, how do I put this? It was born from a dark place, and then eventually I felt like I wanted to make a difference. And this, I swear, I've thought of like things I would say about this, but ultimately, I feel like sometimes my brain goes like a 5 million 5 million miles an hour, like every which way, because again, like I said earlier, like I know what I want to say, but just how to say it is just uh yeah, escapes me. So like um the collection itself, like it came from a dark place, but I hoped that it was like turning something bad into something good. Something that I hoped to shed more light on. I think as someone who's see, this is where I was just like, I was like, how deep do you want to go with this kind of stuff? Because like this
Whatever
can
you're
be
comfortable with, whatever you're
like
so um ultimately the way I viewed it, and I had a periphery like kind of look at it before it went live.
Mhm,
And you and I had a couple conversations about it before it went live and kind of the meaning of
yeah.
it. But I always kind of pictured it as like your reclamation story of, I created this image
Mhm,
initially when I was in a dark place when I was, struggling. And I'm
mhm.
reclaiming it as something that instead of being about despair is now about hope.
Yes, exactly. And I think
I think the
I
website does a really good job of explaining to that. And guys, if you want to visit the shop, if you just want to find out more about the collection, the link will be in the description. But you can also buy the merch there. And I have a hat, and the hat's very warm. It's at my work though, because it's like I wear it every day. I wear it when I'm like patrolling and walking around and doing my day job. Um, it's very warm and it's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a good highlight for the year.
it's been huge for me. I like you said, it's been my way of spreading a message of hope. And not, I feel like I'm not the only one. It was so much fun to kind of do the whole like I've got something coming along, and seeing the amount of people show up to that, where like I wasn't fully revealing like what it was. Like I just posted an ominous date, and everyone's just like, "Ooh, what's happening?" Right? Like
It sounds like some sort of like join the
oh,
execution.
yeah, pretty much. This is either gonna flop or succeed. Like so
That's good. That's
and
good.
like well that's what and when I posted the teaser trailer, like that's what a couple of my viewers said. They're like, it's so ominous. Like we don't know what's gonna happen. And like that's just what added to the excitement. And seeing that many people show up to that launch was I was shaking the whole time. I was scared. I was shaking. I was nervous. This was something that was really personal that I felt like I was just like throwing out there to the world, like here I am just stating something like maybe not outright, but it's heavily implied. And so anyone who like obviously goes to the site and reads it is like, like they're reading a part of me that's very vulnerable. And so I was scared. I was not sure how anyone was going to react to this, but everyone who's like not only showed up to the launch, but anyone who's purchased uh the items, anyone who's worn the items, anyone who's worn the items on their own stream, like that's been like mind-boggling to me, is seeing someone
Work because my daughter kept putting it on. She likes accessories, and she just kept taking it. And I was like, "That's mine. First of
that's
all, you little shit. You don't get to wear that."
yeah, it's just but like and but that too like is I've been hearing stories of people wearing the merch outside of stream, like outside in the real world. I've had people tell me how like people have asked them about it, like, "Hey, what is this? Like, what does it mean?" All that stuff. And just hearing the open dialogue of them being able to talk about it. And that ultimately was the goal. Like, that was the goal. It was a message to put out there to allow other people to open that door and say, like, I want to make a difference. And um, you're not alone. You're not struggling alone, you
Sure.
know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that was your big thing for 2022.
Hmm.
How about goals for 2023?
Ooh, that's a really good question. And I really thought about it, and I don't I don't think I have any like I don't think I have any goals. Like I just I feel like my everyone streams for different reasons, right? Like I was thinking of this in the streamer sense, like everyone has a different reason that they stream. And for me, like I stream because I love hanging out with people. I love meeting new people, etc. And I don't really have like this like I'm on a mission, I'm on a path to, partner or whatever. Like my if I guess really my goal would be is just to meet more people and make more friends and just like hear more stories about other people and their lives and just it's hard to say like
But I think that is like when you start thinking about goals, I think you're right. I think some people get this mindset of being um I don't want to say numbers oriented, but they have like
Mhm,
a clear goal as far as it's more solidified and less abstract.
mhm,
Like meeting new people could feel like an abstract goal because
mhm,
there's no numbers behind it. You don't have any milestones that you're trying to hit along the way,
mhm,
et cetera, et cetera. It's just but I think the one piece that resonated with me and I think resonates with other people is I want to hear more stories.
mhm,
And that kind of hit me because that's why I jumped into this podcast in the first place is I want to hear those stories that are out there. I want to hear the stories. I talked to Amy and Sticky the last episode. I'm can't wait to hear what you have to say this episode. Like that is why I love doing this and why I love
mhm,
streaming is getting to talk to people. So I think that is as good a goal as any other goal. Like I don't think that the idea of having a goal that's not necessarily numbers related or trying to push you to be a different type of content creator
mhm.
or I think I think you're selling yourself a little short on that one. Like I think that's a solid goal.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I've just strived for that. Like, everyone comes over to my house, and we're hanging out on the couch, like playing games and shooting the shit. Like, can I cuss?
Yes, yeah, fuck yeah, you can say whatever the hell you want. I don't give a shit. I don't fuck. Oh my god, yes. What?
Okay.
Can I cuss?
I don't
It's
know.
like you've never met me before.
I'm like, should I be bleeping these?
We'll fix that in post. Don't worry.
I mean, at that point, it'll just be like bleep, 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 the whole
Oh, it's
fucking
true.
time.
I didn't understand that podcast at all. I only heard like 3 actual words.
Yeah, yeah. And they were part Panda Podcast. The triple P, baby.
Oh my god. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right, so
Yeah.
goals. So, do you have any upcoming events? Because this is and I'm gonna go back to the body art one because I know about that one. But do you have any upcoming goals or not upcoming goals, but anything like any upcoming like fun streams that you're doing or any events like charity events or anything like that?
Man, I I I don't, but like asterisk, hit me up. Hit me up fam, if there's anyone out there that wants to collab, my planner is pretty wide open. I mean, like, you know, I'm kind of not always available, you know what I'm saying? I'm a good catch. So like everyone's paying for my time.
I mean, nobody has talked to me and everybody wants me.
I'm a loser, baby.
I'll
Just
tell you
kidding.
this, having done collaborations with you, if you get the chance to collab with Fat Panda, it will be a good time. You will have a good time. You just there's no way not to.
Yeah. Hit me up on Twitter at the Fat Panda.
Yeah. Hit her on hit her on her hotline.
My
You
people
know.
will get in touch with your people. Oh, but I do want to say one thing. Like, uh, maybe like biggest all caps bold italicized maybe. Uh, maybe Fat Panda merch at some point. I don't know.
Panda merch?
Like I want to, but like I
Is this
don't
gonna be a new collection you're gonna drop, or is it gonna be like a like here's a couple shirts and a hat?
I do want to have like another collection to drop, but uh I
Like one that plays more on your goofy side?
yeah, something
Sure.
that's like more fun, you know, and something like people might enjoy, but like at the same time I'm sitting here like, oh, does anyone even want anything? I
No.
feel like so
Yeah.
like so what was so great about like launching the Remember Me like collection was like, okay, this is purely for charity. Like all the net income from this collection gets donated to the National Suicide Hotline or Prevention Lifeline. And and so like I don't have to like, you know, feel
You're not selling
like
yourself, you're
yeah,
selling hope.
I'm selling hope and saying like
Which
you're
incidentally doesn't it
supporting.
sounds bad.
Oh, that does
Selling
sound bad.
hope sounds bad.
That does sound bad. But I mean like it's like it's something that you can buy and then you know that you're supporting a good cause. You're supporting people who are putting their time and energy into helping other people. And that's like important to me. It's important to other people. Now, like, I'm sitting here like, but my like personal brand, like for me as somebody who's like also somewhat lack of self-confidence and stuff like that, like it's just like would anyone even really like want that? And like I don't know. So like maybe that's why I say maybe with an asterisk. And
Of people who use your emotes like outside of your own chat, I think people would definitely buy some Fat Panda merch.
that always surprises me though. Anytime I see my emotes out in the wild, it's still unreal to me a little
But
bit.
your emotes are really good in that you have a like your artist did a really good job of conveying like those emotions that people want to talk about. I'm hungry, I'm sad, I'm farting, I'm laughing, whatever.
My emo artist, shout out to Rob, I love you, is amazing to work with. And he's done a very good job conveying everything that I ever wanted in those emotes. You I literally tell everyone to go to this artist because he's just amazing. So like just want to
Is
shout
he
out to
does he
Rob real
have
quick.
I guess does he have open commissions right now?
Oh yeah. In fact, I don't know when this is gonna run, so you may want to like cut this out. But like he's running a Valentine's Day special, so
Okay. All right. Well,
up until February 14th. So he's
okay.
got like a special
Well,
going on.
I'll put a link to his page, whatever he has, in the
I'll give you
description.
his Twitter.
Yeah, I'll put a link to him in the description. If you want to check out the emotes, go to Fat Panda stream or go to her Discord and you can see her emotes. Excuse
Tell
me. Oh
Rob
my
I
goodness.
sent you.
Yeah, and then if you want to check out the artist, that's in the description as well. So
Thanks.
and his name is Rob.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's it's good to hear all of those things from you, because like we have some pretty off the wall conversations on our own.
Mhm.
And so I was interested to see like what you were gonna say
Yeah.
and see if it lined up with what I expected.
Uh-huh.
And the 2022 thing was what I expected, but the 2023 one, your goals and then the things you want to promote are interesting. In that vein of your streams.
Wait, before we go on, can I just share one thing that I absolutely regret though of
Yeah,
2022?
absolutely. Yeah. That wasn't really You know what? Fuck it. Go ahead.
To every light side, there's a sad side.
Every yin, there's a yang.
Exactly.
All right, go.
And here I am to like spread my no.
Stop it. Stop it. God damn it.
That was probably the worst way to phrase that. But
Go ahead.
Twitch has moments that you can capture and people get a special badge, and the thing I regret most is during that launch day is not making that one of my Twitch moments and giving everyone
Hard
who
to
showed up as a
remember.
I know, but like afterwards I realized it and I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? Like that is like so far, like I feel like that was like one of the hugest things of my like
And you can't
Twitch
make the moments
career.
retroactively, like you can't go
No,
back. Oh,
I
that's
went back and I looked and I
interesting.
checked and like I wanted to reach out to Twitch to find out. Can't do it. Can't do it. Biggest regret of 2022 in regards to my streaming career.
So there you go. There's something to learn, guys. If you're a streamer or an up and coming streamer or want to be a streamer, use
Remember
the
your
Twitch
moments.
Remember your moments. There you go. All right, so now I just have some other topics and questions for you.
Uh-huh.
So if you had an evil twin,
Oh jeez.
okay, what do you think your evil twin would be doing right now?
Oh my gosh. I know exactly what she would be doing.
This is a thought you've already had before, huh?
She would be like, oh well, you know.
And honestly,
yeah. She would.
so what
She would.
what you're trying to tell me is your evil twin would be what? Wooing?
Daddy. Oh well. And then like making sure that her wallet's filled with every bit of money.
She'd be out for herself. What you're telling me is she'd be out for herself.
Oh yeah.
Okay. She'd be
Yeah.
fucking her way to the top, is what it's the long and short of.
I mean,
Hey, you know what?
she'd be getting that bag.
Okay, she
Getting
doesn't
that
sound
back.
she doesn't sound like an evil twin.
I mean, I'm sure there'd be like some level of deception.
I was thinking she's like stealing state secrets. She's sleeping with senators to
Yeah.
steal state secrets.
Uh-huh. Maybe she's more of an anti-hero. I don't know.
Your evil twin is very ambitious. Holy shit.
Ooh-wooing her way to the top, baby.
She's gonna be president. Ooh woo. Oh my god. Mr. President, what happened? I don't know. We signed our country over to somebody else.
I was dazed and confused, and suddenly the country is more in debt than ever before.
Oh my god.
And then she like rules the world, you know, takes control one country at a time.
I just can't. So she went from just getting money to world domination through screwing people.
Wait, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I just said
it was heavily implied through the uwu.
I was just saying she's getting her back.
Oh my god. I just can't with you sometimes.
And who knows? Maybe somebody's gonna pay for the uwus and the hoyas, which was something that I actually started doing on Twitch. Anytime I'm like guesting on somebody else's stream, I tell the chat like, hey, for 200 biddies, for this streamer that I'm gaming with, I will for them in the chat. For
Oh
them
my
on stream.
god.
And let me tell you,
All right, so
people pay up.
Here's my thought now. I think your evil twin is selling gamer girl bathwater.
Oh, I mean, maybe. That is really deceptive, though, because I don't even have a bathtub. I'm telling you, she's deceptive. Wait. That would make me.
It's just tap water.
from the finest springs.
Oh no.
Are you regretting inviting me onto the podcast?
Not at
yet?
all. Not at all. Not at all. Okay. Tell me where this ranks on your scale of evil twin.
Okay.
Embedding your stream on another website in order to artificially gain views. Is that an evil twin? Is that an evil twin trait, or is that a do what you got to do to grow?
Can you can you explain a little bit further, like what that is, and like how does that artificially inflate views? Because it's kind of like I don't know if I've ever really heard of this. Like,
okay,
so and maybe I have, I just don't remember.
So the idea is that you know what embedding is, right?
Yeah. Okay. So like if I was putting my Twitch stream on another website.
Right. There are websites that you can pay that have pretty frequent traffic. A lot of times there'll be like wikis for games or things like that. And the idea is that you embed your website or your Twitch channel so that when somebody goes there, it automatically plays your Twitch. If you're live, it automatically plays your Twitch. And then everybody who's visiting that website shows up as a viewer in your view count. Okay. And they aren't watching your stream because they're going to this website for whatever it is that they're looking for. So they're not watching your stream, but they still count as a viewer of your stream, even though they don't follow you, they don't know anything about you. They don't, like, half the time I don't even know that they know that the stream is playing. It's like I'll look up a wiki for a game or like how to do a quest. I'll be scrolling down, like looking at how do I do this quest, you know, going through the steps, and then I'll look over the side and there's like a video playing. I didn't even notice it at first, but now that I know it's a thing, I see it a lot more often. And that boosts your view count. The other side of this is with your boosted view count, you now show up higher in the Twitch list. If somebody goes to the whatever game that you're playing, now you're higher in the list, even if you don't actually have those viewers in your stream.
Gotcha. That's a really, really good question. And because like, you know, there's always a lot of talk amongst the streaming community of exposure and what Twitch is doing in order to get them more like visibility to others.
Discoverability.
Yeah, discoverability. So
Yeah.
whether it's like in the recommended, getting the channel tags, etc., that's that is definitely something that is a creative way of getting more views. Um I think it's hard for me to answer because uh, I
The views don't matter as much to you.
right. That's my thing is that like I'm the type of person who wants things to develop organically.
Sure.
I am more um I lean towards the side of like I want things to happen more organically because I feel like having people who are actually there who are like actively watching, it's going to develop a stronger long-term relationship with, you know, you and your chat, and so your viewership will like be a stronger base essentially,
Yeah.
because like you could be doing that, inflating your views and whatnot, and sure that will get you the numbers, that will get you closer to Twitch partner or whatever, but what happens when you stop paying for that? What happens when you stop paying for that? What happens when the sites that you are embedding that in, like when they shut down, etc.? Like, what happens? You know, then you don't have that. Sure. I will admit, like sometimes you can get people to come to your stream by doing things like that. Um, a similar way, which is not like it's not embedding, obviously, but like I've seen a lot of streamers move towards streaming on TikTok as well as Twitch. Right. So not necessarily embedding, just doing the multi-stream, giving people an opportunity to see them, see their content, and invite them over to their stream. And I would say it's like similar in a way, but like people who are on TikTok for a reason. But like I don't know, like that's a really good question, and I would be really interested in hearing other streamers like
What they have to
their
say about it.
takes. I would
Sure.
be interested in hearing if somebody's done it. Like I would be interested in hearing their take and their reasoning for it. But for me as a streamer, my goals and like my purpose for streaming, not interested. Not something that I would go out of my way to do.
So I'm gonna add on to this situation with if it is your website.
Ooh. Yeah. So if they went to like chatmommy69.com, which just redirects you to my Twitch.
Right. Well, listen, that doesn't count because that takes you to your Twitch.
But if I made it an actual website, yeah, and I
Or if you, like,
embedded.
say on the front page of your shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody goes to your shop. If you're live, it plays your Twitch stream.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Oh,
that do you feel like that's the same? Do you think that fits more of your definition of like I want my growth to be more organic rather than trying to um artificially pump my numbers up in order to hit some arbitrary goal?
I think that definitely gets closer to being organic in the sense that somebody is purposefully going to your site. It's about you. It's everything that's like your stuff. So like it's my merch, my stream, my content. In fact, like even the shop that I use, shout out to Fourth Wall. They have capabilities where you can integrate, you know, some other social medias and videos and whatnot onto the website. So yeah, you're still like promoting yourself, but it's on your site.
Right.
And it's not, people are going there purposefully for your content, your merch, your stuff. So
Right.
I would say that that's probably a little bit more organic than just embedding anywhere. So
Sure. And that's kind of where I kind of fall on that side of the issue is if you're just embedding your site on a website that gets lots of traffic with the idea of just boosting your numbers, I think that's
mhm,
ethically questionable. And I get what there's a lot of people who are going to say, I'm doing whatever I can to increase my discoverability because discoverability on Twitch is so poor. I just find that to be deceptive. Whereas if it is your website, um, people are going there with the intention of looking for content by you, and you
mhm,
happen to be live at the time. It makes sense. That to me makes a lot more sense than just posting it. Who like it doesn't matter. Like who cares? It's just posting it somewhere else. You know what I
mhm.
mean?
I don't want to be like the person of like, you do you, boo, you get your bag however you get, you know. But like at the same time, like it, it doesn't directly affect me in the sense that like I know stream like being a streamer, it's very competitive amongst, you know, other streamers who are purposefully like trying to become partner. But also like you could even boil it down to what is the intent? Because like what if somebody's doing that for the for like charity? What
Right.
if someone's like say on the charity website, they have somebody who's doing a charity stream embedded on their website in order to like promote, go to the charity stream, go donate to said charity stream and support our cause, you know? It really I think boils down to the intent, whether you want to be deceptive or you're really trying to get people to discover you and do
I
something good with it too. Like I think that's important to consider as well.
I think a promotional thing is different. Like if you're doing it every time you go live versus like we're promoting X charity and
Mhm.
the charity has us on their homepage, like that is as much for the charity as it is for you.
Mhm.
Like the charity wants to show, hey, we've got Dr. Lupo's Build Against Cancer for St. Jude or
Right. Right.
whatever else, GCX's St. Jude stream, like whatever it happens to be. Those are just the two that I watch every year. But whatever it happens to be, I feel like the it is not at that point. It is not about you as the streamer. Like you're getting some passive benefit from it, but it's not about you as the streamer. It's about showcasing the charity
Uh-huh.
and the access and ability to donate in order to do something, right?
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and so like I said, I would be very open and interested in hearing what other people have to say about it. That does seem like a hot button topic amongst streamers, to like whether or not something like that is ethical
Or acceptable.
or acceptable. Whether
Yeah.
like, because people do things that may be like okay ethically, but it may not be socially seen as acceptable.
That's fair. I think that's a fair assessment.
Mhm.
Now I have a question that I'm sure anybody who's watching this is going to ask. Do you have a reasoning for showing your face versus not showing your face? Or do you have a I guess a reasoning for, like you are a no cam streamer. I know at
Mhm.
one point we had talked about you going with like a VTuber model or something like that.
Yeah.
Um do you wanna take some time to talk about that?
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm definitely open to talking about that. It's definitely a question that's come up a lot. Um and I have like a myriad of reasons, but I can probably talk about like kind of the top 3 that the top 3 reasons. Again, like I said, there's like a bajillion more, but the top 3 reasons. um I like to be comfy when I come home from work, and maybe I want to throw on some pants and a t-shirt and throw my hair up into a messy bun and not really care, what I look like. Um, there's there's sometimes I shouldn't say sometimes, like there's this societal pressure, for performers to like put their best face forward, whether it's like uh, I don't know, like whether it's like they're in a happy mood, or something to like I'm here to entertain, and I'll be quite frank, like maybe 25% of my streams I'm not always in the best headspace, and I don't want people looking at my face being like, "Oh man, is she okay? Like, is she like, like no, I'm just trying to be comfy over here." And like even right now, I'm quite literally in joggers and a t-shirt. Like I'm in my pajamas while we're recording this because
Why not? Be
I
comfortable.
just
It's your
want to be
house.
comfy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And like just like I I know people love reactionary content, and reactionary content requires you to have a face cam. And
You do a really good job with reactionary content without a face cam.
I appreciate that. But I mean like as far as like like a horror game, like horror genre, the gamers that do like that play horror genre games, they do the jump scares, or even when they have like biddy alerts or,
Yeah.
redeems to scare people while they're gaming, or even when you guys are playing Tarkov and someone does an alert for like a shot or grenades, something to get them to spook. And while that could be like I could put that on my channel, it's just not as satisfying as like seeing someone jump in their seat and have that shock. And so it's definitely like that's definitely a downside to like no face cam because I can't do things like that. Um and then as far as going back to the whole societal pressures, um I feel like like to be blunt about it, like women on Twitch, a lot of them they face some really like questionable people coming into the chat, like sexual harassment, like
Oh, for
and,
sure.
and things like that. And it's actually been quite shocking to me because as somebody who doesn't even have a face cam, I still from time to time will have someone come into chat to like sexually harass me. And I cannot imagine the amount that other women streamers have to deal with when they're on camera and somebody comes in and says something that's like totally from left field, and it's like dude, like
Throws you off your game for sure.
yeah, yeah, and that can totally be like it could be a total like buzzkill for somebody too.
Mhm.
And honestly, it doesn't even need to be like it doesn't even need to be somebody who's like I've witnessed this in one stream I was watching, and I won't name who it is, but she's an absolute wonderful person. And somebody had come into her chat and was like, I'm so glad that you're like not every other bimbo and you're not like dressed a certain way, to gain attention and views and blah 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 blah.
Sure. I mean, they
Though
basically they broke her entire personality down into just her looks.
yeah, and the way she responded with such grace and was like, we are not going to put other women down. That is not what we do here. Like, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like major claps, people claps in the chat.
A round of applause all around.
Seriously. And like I just like it's just like I was like, this is exactly what it is when it comes to like women supporting women. Like it just doesn't matter. Like stop making that such a point. And that's just something that I just don't want to deal with. I just don't like whether you come in to either like sexually harass me or praise me for not like, putting myself on quote unquote societal display, whatever. Like, I don't want any of that. That is not what my content's about. My content is about the game, whatever I'm doing, and maybe my personality. Like my personality plays into my content obviously
I think your
because you
content is 90% your personality, to be honest with you. Like
really.
you're good at like Fortnite and Apex and things like that. Like you are legitimately good, but I think most of your chat would be there if you were just watching paint dry and you were just doing commentary on paint drying. I'll be honest. I just having having been to your stream and just knowing you, I think people would
Uh-huh.
show up for whatever. Like it wouldn't matter. It just wouldn't matter.
Oh, thank you.
Um,
That's
but
really sweet to say.
I think you're 100% accurate, and I think that the people who go out of their way to say, "Oh, it's easier for women on Twitch. It's easier for women streamers." Like you're so off base. You don't even know what planet we're like.
Uh-huh.
It's just it's astonishing to me. But I do love hearing because the other thing that I know is like sometimes people come in and they like that guy did. He specifically was. And I don't know if it was a guy. I guess that person did. They specifically were trying very hard to pit one woman against another.
Mhm. Mhm.
And some women will play into that.
Uh-huh.
But I think in order to nip the whole thing in the butt is you have to stand together and say we as a community will not accept this behavior.
Yeah, and like that's just ultimately like that's not what it's about. Like you like it boggles my mind that people do that. Like you think you're gaining favor with me by telling me that, oh, you're not like
You're
this, you're
better
not
than
like that, you're
some
better
other
than
woman.
this.
Yeah.
That's not like I don't care about that. Like I I mean it if it how do I say this? Like for me as a person in this world, like life is already like super hard enough. Like why like complicate things? And I'm gonna honestly, I'm just gonna I want to love and support like anyone who's just even putting themselves out there. Like period, because that's already hard to do. Um like obviously like one of the other reasons where like I will be outright blunt about this is I lack self-confidence. I don't have a lot of confidence. I grew up not really like that like I didn't have that built into my personality. So like yeah, admittingly part of me not being on camera is because I don't have the confidence to do so. And it makes it really scary, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Because there's this there's this fear that people, they'll look at my, like, for example, they'll look at my profile picture and they will view me a very certain way. You know, they will picture me a certain way, whatever. And then, like, that feeds into my whole social anxiety of, like, I don't want to meet people from Twitch because they're gonna meet me and they're gonna be like, "You are a catfish," or whatever, and be like, "No, I just know my angles," like, no. But then, like, at the same time, like, as much as I don't want that to happen, at the same time, I'm just like, okay, well, if that bothers you so much, bye, like, leave. I don't want that. Like, I don't want you around me. If my looks determine the way you treat me or the way you feel about me or whatever, I don't want you in my life. And I don't want you in chat. You can click away. Like that's ultimately, it boils down to, like, me being on camera is not part of the content that I want to put out.
Sure. I think one of the things, and I want to be super clear about this, because I think um, if this podcast got to the wrong people, and by wrong people I just mean the trolls, like I know that there's going to be people who are like, oh, you're just white knighting. I want to be super clear about this. I think that women have a much higher societal pressure when they are on camera than men do. Now, I also understand that men still face societal pressure when they're on camera. Like
Absolutely.
that is not something that I they're not related. Like, just because men face pressure on camera doesn't mean women don't, like, they don't cancel each other out. I'm not trying to say that men don't face societal pressure, because they absolutely do. What you look like, what you sound like, uh, you know, your race, your ethnicity, your weight, all of those things, somebody will inevitably bring up in your chat. I've had it in my chat. I don't know anybody who is a streamer, who is a cam streamer, and even the ones that aren't cam streamers, I don't know anybody who hasn't had somebody come in and say something about some superficial part of who they are. And so, like, when I say that women have it harder, it's not that men don't have it difficult. It's not that they don't face the societal pressures. It's that women's societal pressure is much higher. That's the end of that. Um. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think I think that ultimately, like, it is your stream, so your comfort level, your ability to perform as the streamer is entirely your choice. I mean, I tell people this all the time. Like, sometimes I'll have people ask me, like, so this happened in my stream. What do you think I should do about it? Or X person said this. Ban them, time them out. It's your stream. You should feel at home
Mhm.
in your stream. It is
Mhm.
your home. It is your place to be you, and it is your place to create your own echo chamber. The internet, Twitter, whatever, as a whole, you can get yourself into an echo chamber, but your stream is your own built echo chamber. It should be there to lift you up. It should be there to make you feel good, and it should be there so that you can share that with other people. And so I think that your choice not to, share your webcam, which I know you have one because you've done hand streams.
Mhm.
Like, I think you with the boob jewelry or the body jewelry or what.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes on as I'm fading away.
Just to be clear, chat. listeners, whatever. I don't know. That's gonna fuck me up. That is
Just call
actually
them
gonna.
chat. Just call
That
them
is
chat.
actually gonna fuck me up. When Panda was initially talking about doing her jewelry making stream,
Are we really gonna talk about this?
the only part that I got from both of the streamers who participated in this, and who was the other streamer, by the way?
Zanaya Unicorn, aka Jen. She's
Zanaya
amazing.
Unicorn. Okay.
Shout out to Jen.
Jen was that was my first interaction with Jen, and I think she's fantastic. I think she is fantastic. She really is.
Absolutely love
And
her.
I don't know her, but I mean, just she had a real you have a very real presence on your stream, and she was kind of able to match your energy. And I find that difficult sometimes with people like us who have a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Is sometimes you get people on who they just don't match your energy, and so you feel like you're kind of dominating the conversation. And I think you two had really good chemistry. But that was all to say that from what I understand, you guys were making nipple piercings.
we were making body jewelry.
She keeps saying body, and I think she means booby, but it's fine.
So like, just a little backstory on that. It was just like I was doing one of my infamous DGen streams, in the middle of the night. I was playing Tetris.
It's like 3 a.m.
Like 3 a.m. Actually, it really was. It was like, I think it was like 3 a.m. for me, 5 a.m. for her. But yeah, I was doing one of those streams, as I do, and like, you never know what you're gonna get during the DGen hours. Like, it's really amazing. That's when you cross over into a time where that's like it's the Twilight Zone, but it was
exactly right.
literally the Twilight Zone, but also the no judgment zone. So like it was a little bit like a Venn diagram. I was somewhere in the middle, and and we were edging closer to those morning streams where everyone's a little bit more wholesome and stuff. So I had to just make sure I got my one last little bit of DGen out there. And
oh my god.
Okay, but like but I digress. Anyway, so I don't remember like the exact conversation, but essentially what happened was she came into stream and we were just talking, and somehow it came up that she has a jewelry store. She makes jewelry herself, and she does it. Yeah, and it's beautiful. And I was like, hey, like, it'd be fun is like I saw some really cool jewelry, really cute on Etsy. And I was like, I'm not about to drop $20 on this. Like, would you give me some tips on the nips? I mean, would you give me some tips on how to make something, And I wasn't outright like that. I just like, can I get like your advice on how to like make this? Because like I want to make it on my own and not buy it, because it's just twisted wire. Like that's all it is.
Sure.
And so she's like, yeah, like send me a DM, like what it is. And like, then of course, all the chat's like, what is it? We want to know. We want to know. And I was like, if I show you what it is, you can't judge me. And two, we are never meeting in real life, because all you're going to think about when we meet face to face, and my eyes are up here. My eyes are up here. All you're gonna think about is she wearing them? Is she wearing them?
Oh my god.
And I said, I'm screenshotting right this moment. I'm screenshotting all the viewer list, and all of you are banned from meeting me in person. We are never ever meeting in person. I don't care. We can go to TwitchCon, but I am non-existent to you, and like
Oh, my face hurts.
and so like a few people are like, okay, like I want to see it, like, and this was before I made my disclaimer, you know. So I sent a
Okay.
couple people like what it was, and everyone's like, oh, it's nipple jewelry. It's like it's twisted wire. It's twisted wire. You like your nipples don't need to be pierced. It just like goes around it, right? And I was like, I cannot believe that I just like told chat.
Told everybody you were gonna twist wire around your nipples.
It was fucking cute, okay? Like
I'm not judging. Just to be
this
clear,
stuff,
I'm not judging. I have no listen.
the laugh is all the judgment. Like you're just
No, because that day when we were talking about how to measure them, I was like trying to measure my
right? Okay,
I
like
tried
that
to
was
figure
during
out
the testing
how it
stream.
worked. I was like, I gotta go get ice for this. I can't make this work.
Okay, that was also something that put me on the spot because so yeah, there's
I
that.
don't know why you did that on stream.
Well, Jen was over here like, I have this little bead and like this is like the size. And I'm like, well, now I'm curious. Like, am I a little bead? Spoiler, I'm not a little bead.
I'm gonna pass out. Oh, my God.
And you know what? Like, even more mortifying is like I cannot even believe that I told chat my nipple size.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of an interesting choice as well.
And I even like
You're
so
gonna
like
have a
I
PO
have
box, and you're gonna get the weirdest shit to your PO box. I just want you to know.
if nipple rings aren't already weird part, like come on. Freaking somebody was like, when we meet in person, I'm bringing a magnet.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was like, all y'all are gonna go through a metal detector before you come and see me. Like,
Oh my fucking God. Oh. Oh man, I'm so glad you came on this today.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Like,
Oh.
I don't know if I'm gonna regret all of this. I feel like as soon as I connected to the podcast, I was like, yeah, instant regret. 2 shots of vodka, like, and here we are.
Oh.
Oh man.
So there's two more things that I want to get to before we close this out. Because I know we're butting up on some time here, but you and I have a very strong bond on food.
Mm-hmm. Big foodies.
I want to hear your best and your worst food hot take.
Mm. Okay, so like best food take,
Yeah.
hands down, like I moved from Washington to California, and I feel like I had discovered the holy grail and was like, this has been missing from my life.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Korean barbecue.
Oh, easy. Yeah, for sure. Do they not have that in Washington?
Where I'm from, little bumfuck nowhere, like no. They might have it now because like I swear as soon as I left, they were like, all right, she's gone, let's get all the good stuff here. Like
As soon as I left, a bunch of Koreans moved in.
I moved to the Bay Area, and people will tell you like, no, the great Korean barbecue is in LA, which I have yet to like try that, and I've heard that, and I'm sure it's like bomb in LA, but man, even in the Bay Area, there was some really, really good Korean barbecue, and I will never be the same. Korean barbecue has officially like changed my life for the better.
I'm gonna agree with you as well. Here's my thing about the whole LA thing though, is I feel like the people who are saying that did not grow up in a little bumfuck town. Like, they don't understand. They don't understand like when you don't have something or when you have nothing and then all of a sudden you have something, it's still better than not having anything. So like telling me there's better food in LA isn't making this food worse.
No, I went from like, I kid you not, as soon as I moved to California, shout out to Bay Area, I love you. I discovered not just Korean barbecue, but Indian food, like Mediterranean Greek food, um, Pakistan or Pakistani food, like
You
just
discovered it, you know,
like
the
literally
United
the
Nations of
rest of the
food.
freaking world.
You discovered the rest of the world.
I was like, there's more than just cheeseburgers and chicken fingers.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, where has this been all my life? And I'll tell you what, as soon as I moved to California, I've gained so much weight because
You're just like, I gotta try it all.
I literally have to have a little bit of everything, okay?
Yeah,
Like,
no, I agree.
like I'm happy because I've got another roll on me. That's from Korean barbecue. That's from the Indian food yesterday.
Oh man. So what's like a hot take that everybody be like, I can't even with you right now.
Okay.
Mine is definitely the Thin Mints one, right? So
Wait, you don't like Thin Mints?
no, Thin Mints are gross. If I wanted to put toothpaste in my mouth, I would just brush my fucking teeth.
You're
I don't like
banned.
mint chocolate chip ice cream either.
You're banned.
No, you can't ban me from my podcast.
You're absolutely banned.
Get out of here.
I'm taking over this podcast. It's now Fat Panda Podcast. Entropic, can you pencil us in for the next?
No more triple P. Now it's the FPP.
The FPP, you know what it be.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'll be laughing.
Oh my god. I love it.
And the bit would be like I would laugh and I would start clapping. And that would be the end of the Fapcon podcast.
I love it.
No, okay, like no, but seriously, you're banned because I love Thin Mints and I put them in the freezer and they're better like frozen. Don't ask.
No.
Also, gummy bears in the freezer are bomb too. So.
No. I'm not doing this with you.
But I will say, like, the thing that people go like, are you serious right now? And I can't say that I don't know if I like it anymore. But because it's been a really long time since I've had it. But my grandfather used to have peanut butter, pickles, and mayo on a sandwich.
Stop. Don't speak.
Oh. Okay, but like you can't knock it till you try it, okay?
I absolutely can.
You cannot knock it till you try it.
The devil. In a weird way, I can see it working because like peanut butter is fatty, mayo is fatty, and then you have the like crisp and like relief of the tangy
and the crunch of the
pickles, right?
Yes.
But I just no.
Yes!
Stop. I don't like it. I don't like this. I'm moving away from this.
Wait. Before we move away from this, can I just say now I know what my evil twin would be doing. She would be taking over the world by passing out peanut butter, mayo, and pickle sandwiches. dishes
I don't
and converting everyone one at a time to her cause.
I don't like this at all. I hate this 100%, and I'm changing the subject now. Okay,
You
this is.
literally invited me to be on this podcast. You
I
knew
made a
what you were
mistake.
signing
This
up
was a
for.
mistake. My biggest mistake of 2023 was inviting Fat Panda to the podcast. Okay. All right. We're gonna move on to this segment that I created. It's called Rough Draft. Okay.
Okay.
And the topic is gonna be favorite types of foods like Mexican, Italian, Indian, etc., etc. Now, the way it's gonna work is you'll pick one, and then I'll pick one, and we get a total of 5 picks, but we go back and forth, and you can't pick one that the other person picked.
Okay.
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 All right. So you go first. Favorite type of food or
Thai
best type of
food.
food? Thai.
Thai
Okay.
food.
That's a solid first round draft.
I'm a
This
little
is
biased.
This is a solid first round draft.
I'm a little biased, maybe. Maybe not.
Honestly, like it's I probably would have picked Thai food. No, I'm still gonna go with Mexican.
Nothing beats mom's cooking. That's what I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Hey, but
That's why I have to pick Thai.
why you have to pick Thai food? Okay, all right, that's fair.
But I also have to make sure she's happy. So.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, what's your second round?
Hey, aren't you picking one?
I picked Mexican.
Oh yeah, you picked Mexican. That's right.
Can you listen to me? Please listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth.
I stopped listening to you
Jesus
when you
Christ.
said that you hate Thin Mints. Okay, you're banned.
Okay. I'm just glad it's not a food group, I suppose.
Okay, like obvious, like I mean, back to the Korean barbecue. Like I just can't, like that Korean barbecue just does things to me that I'm gonna end it at that.
Okay. I'm gonna piggyback on that one. I'm gonna go with Japanese barbecue and hibachi.
Oh fuck, that's good. That's good stuff. That's really good stuff.
It's a solid second round draft pick. You know what I'm saying?
This is so now you're making it more difficult.
Gotta, you know.
I gotta think about this. Nothing beats like brisket and beef belly with some soju. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
soju.
Oh man.
Or some short ribs.
Ooh, yeah, that galbi.
Yes.
With some corn cheese.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Fuck.
Hold on. Corn cheese?
Corn
or cheesy
cheese.
corn?
Corn cheese.
What is corn cheese?
Corn cheese is it's corn and then they mix like mayo and cheese with it.
Yeah, that's called cheesy corn.
And like a little bit of like sugar, I think.
Yeah, that's called cheesy corn. I don't know what the fuck you're talking
They
about.
call it corn cheese here.
No, those people are wrong. It's called cheesy corn.
Yeah, I think next would be American food, like, and not just any American food, like American comfort food.
American comfort food. Okay.
Like mashed potatoes and gravy, mac and cheese, like cheesy potatoes, because you can't go wrong with potatoes and cheese. Any form of it. Potatoes and
Okay,
cheese.
so you said cheesy potatoes, but corn cheese. I can't with you.
Because
Cheesy corn. Cheesy potatoes and corn cheese.
It's corn cheese. Google it.
I won't. I can't.
Chat,
You
back
can't
me up
make me.
here. I mean, listeners, back me up here.
Fuck you.
It's corn cheese.
All right. For my third round draft, I'm going Italian food.
Italian food's really good.
I love me a good marinara sauce. Like I love me anytime I go to like an Italian restaurant if they can't nail just a basic spaghetti marinara, I won't try anything else on the menu. It's so basic. Like I feel like if you can nail that, I'll try anything you have on the menu, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I also have that same I have that same feeling of like Mexican food and American food. Like if you can't nail like just a basic cheeseburger or like a like a basic like taco or burrito, I won't try
Uh-huh.
anything else on your menu.
Yeah. Yeah. I love lasagna and ravioli. Like
What's your fourth pick?
Indian food.
Okay, I like me a good buttered chicken.
Oh my gosh. And the naan. Oh.
Oh, naan is good.
Okay, but like butter naan or garlic naan. Oh,
Garlic naan, hands down.
chicken biryani. Like if you have not had chicken biryani with like some raita on top, oh, so good. So good.
I'm going with Brazilian food.
Oh, that's a good one. That's
Yeah,
a really good one.
yeah.
Have you had like those the cheesy bread?
Yes, yes.
Sorry, the bread
It's
cheese.
stop it. Here's my problem with the way you said corn cheese is it made me think of like toe cheese.
Ew!
Yeah,
No!
I was like, I wouldn't want to eat that. Why would you want that? He's furiously looking for another type of
I
food.
am. So do you think so would you say that would you say like wings fall I would say wings fall under like American food.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I would say they fall under
Yeah.
American
Yeah.
food.
Okay. And I don't know if like we want to make this a category, you know?
Just say it.
Because if I could make it a category, it would definitely come after Korean. So it'd be like Thai, Korean, this.
Okay.
And it would be like literally boba tea. And
You know what? It's not a category, but I'm gonna give it to you because
but
it's
not
so
like
ridiculous.
okay, but like boba tea shops, they're all like a lot of them are the same in the sense that they have milk tea, they have fruit tea, they have smoothies, they have slushies, and some of them, bless their souls, will actually have like snacks as well, like the basil popcorn chicken, the spam musubi.
Oh my god.
Like spam musubi is like more Hawaiian or something, but like it's still good with a good like fruit tea. I don't even drink milk tea. I don't like the tapioca pearls. I like the popping boba, so I always get fruit tea and a snack. And in fact, I had that today. I had a mango green tea with mango popping boba, some crab rangoons
You
because
sound like my
they're
wife.
bomb.
She's like, I don't like tapioca. Okay, give Poppy boba. It's just
yeah,
like she loves like the fruity, like it's so refreshing.
it is refreshing.
All right, for my last pick, I think I'm gonna go with Vietnamese food.
Dude, a good pho.
Oh my god, a good pho. It warms your whole body.
A good pho is fucking good. Like,
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
especially like you hangover cure, pho. You
For
feeling
sure.
sick? Pho.
Oh yeah.
It's a rainy day? Pho. Like, seriously. Like,
Sometimes I'll get pho and a banh mi, and I'll just eat
oh
both.
my gosh, banh mi.
And then they have this other dish. It's called baluk lak, and it kind of translates into shaking beef, but it's like cubed steak and onions that they saute together, and then with bell peppers. Oh, it is next level. I got user submitted questions. This will be the last thing, and then we'll call it, and I'll figure it out in post. I'll figure out how to cut it down in post.
There's a lot of things I've said that I feel like you can cut out.
We're definitely keeping the nips apart.
Oh
Definitely
my
keeping that
gosh.
apart. All right.
He's keeping the
Uh,
nips.
so this one's from a random scrub. I'm not sure who that is, but I'm sure they're from your chat or something like that.
Uh-huh.
This one goes, will Chat Mommy 69 get upset or mad if I call her Chat Mom 69 instead?
I want to say yes because like I feel like the role of chat mom is different than the role of chat mommy.
Is that like in the bedroom, they use the word daddy and not dad?
I feel like I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
I just want to
You know what
say that
else?
if
You
that
know what
ever
else she
happened to me,
said?
if they were just like dad, I'd be like, I gotta go. Oh God, no. Oh
Upkeys.
no. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, okay. What would you ask yourself? Like if you had the opportunity to ask yourself a question, or any other streamer for that matter, what would you ask yourself?
Why?
There you go, chat. There's your answer.
Why?
So
And I would answer, I really don't know.
something nipples, something Korean barbecue, something corn cheese. Oh, how does it feel being TikTok famous? This comes from Goldfish.
I am not TikTok famous. I don't know why he keeps asking that. Um I haven't even posted a TikTok in a hot minute. In fact,
No,
the last TikTok that I posted got taken down.
what did you say? Wait, what
Uh
did you say?
it's not really what I said per se. It was it was just a video. It was a Fortnite video, okay? Like and I got knocked and I was playing with my friend Raptor and he was up in the air with balloons and I just looked up and said angel from above please save my ass like and that was it. It was really I don't
I feel
even
like
know.
chat, we're definitely not getting the full story. This is definitely not all that happened. I guarantee you.
Since TikTok was like, no, I did post it to my Twitter. It's on my YouTube as well as my first YouTube short. Um, so yeah, it's there if people want to check it out.
Okay. This is the last user submitted question. How do you think you would feel seeing someone wear your merch in public? We kind of talked about this already, but I'll
Mhm.
give you another opportunity to answer this.
I would definitely like it. It would definitely blow my mind. I feel like there
You think you would
are.
cry?
I probably would, and I probably would not approach them, to be honest. Like I would not want to like again, social anxiety. I'm never meeting anyone on Twitch, not after everything. um but no, like ultimately like it's still like it's still something that I don't know if it's like really even fully sunk in that this is out there and that people are wearing this. Like every time
Sure.
I still like anytime I do see someone wear it like on stream or they post a picture of it in my Discord, like I'm still like like oh my gosh, they did this, you know? And to see somebody who especially if I knew for a fact like they weren't a part of the community, like I would definitely be in I yeah, I don't know. I would just be in shock and like obviously like I'm super grateful and Yeah, it's really hard to say it. Like it's really hard to say. I just know that I would be really, really grateful and humbled, and I feel like it would be fulfilling its purpose.
All right. I like that. Well, this was a very long episode.
I'm so sorry.
No, this is not your fault. This is not your fault. Because
I just have fun talking to
there
you.
was I was gonna
Like,
say there just wasn't a good place. Like it was I lost track of time, and I was like I was keeping track of it. I was keeping track of it, and then I was like, oh my god, we're almost at 2 hours. Um, but to round us out, you've got the Remember Me collection. They can find it on shop.faatpanda.com.
faatpandashop.com.
Fatpandashop.com. So that'll be in the description. Do you have, and I know the answer to this one, but do you have a set schedule?
Not so much anymore. I just pop up now because I just want to stream whenever, but uh I try to stream Tuesdays and Thursdays in the evenings, and then maybe like random pop-up morning streams on Mondays and Fridays. And then the weekends, well, that's just always up in the air, but I do like to, if I can, stream on the weekend.
All right. And no big upcoming events that you know of, but 2023 may see the dawn of Fat Panda merch.
Mayhaps. Big
Mayhaps.
asterisk.
Big asterisk. I'm out of here. Thank you as always, guys. And remember, be good to yourself, be kind to those around you, and have a fantastic, beautiful rest of your day.